Okay, guys, this is the Cryptojarhead. Wow, what a day. Insane day. I actually missed most of it because of this pesky little thing called work. I don't know. Really annoying. Yeah, Gears of Death dropped today. Believe it or not, I was also taken by surprise. I knew that it was coming up. However, I thought it was going to be a weekend thing, so shit. That's okay though, because I was fortunate enough to hear about it after it had launched. So there, I wasn't the first handful of transactions in this time. And that's okay. Let someone else be first this time. I initially started with 0.15 Ethereum in it. And right now, I think I got 0.5. Oh, wait, that's Gears. Damn it. That's War. So this is Gears of Death. Nice spiffy little blue colors. It's really nice. I also switched to the Trust Wallet for mobile browsing. Heard good things, decided to give it a try. I really like it. It's pretty nice. So anyway, I started with 0.1 and been around a few times, so now I'm up to 0.5. Not too bad, I would say. For, let's see, this thing dropped like 8 hours ago, so not too bad. I was kind of hoping to have about an Ethereum built up to drop into here initially, but that's okay. That's fine. It'll come, So, one thing to note, it does have a 0.1 Ethereum limit as opposed to Gears of War's 0.05, which means two things. A, you can put twice as much in per transaction and pay approximately the same amount of gas. So that's nice. But one thing to keep in mind is once both of these platforms stabilize, and by that I mean kind of, right now Gears of War has slowed down significantly because everyone's busy playing the new game, which everyone's excited. That's fine. I personally am replaying Gears of War, and I am replaying Gears of Death. I'm playing both at the same time. This point I'm not leaving either one behind. How you play is up to you, but I recommend, have not necessarily a separate account, but if you open up your wallet and see that there is cash in there, sorry, Dad. See that there's cash in there, I'd recommend quickly opening up each of these and seeing which one it came from. Of course, if you're like me, if I open up my my wallet and I see 0.5 in there, I'm going to know it came from Death. And if I see 0.875? Question mark? 0.875, I'll know it came from War. So, for people that have been following my videos, you realize this is the same. Where do you think I got that 0.1 ETH to initially drop into Gears of Death from? I put 0.1 of my earnings from Gears of War into Gears of Death so I could try it. I'm sorry. I did replay the rest right back into Gears of War. So I understand your frustration about the slowdown. I'm feeling it too. But don't worry. Everything will calm down fairly soon and everyone will go back to playing each individual game. Now, where was I going with this? Both of these games, once they stabilize, Gears of War will move faster, so you will get paid more often due to the lower limit. Gears of Death will take a little bit longer, but you can put in twice as much at once. That's why I'm going to play both. I will get a slightly higher profit percentage playing Gears of Death, but I'll get paid faster in Gears of War. So, I like both of those things. I've got enough patience to wait. Now, back to the point of this video. Oh, and let's see here. What do we got? 116. I want to do a quick 135, so 116 plus 135 would be, what, 251? 250, yeah, I think 251 once you add in these guys, or 252 once you add in the point something, something, something. So 252, approximately 25% of that. We're looking at around, 63 Ethereum or something like that, 62 and a half, I believe. So 253 minus 62, be somewhere in the ballpark of 185 or 188, if I could math. 187.5, something like that. So 187.5. Because remember, you got, 25% of those balances does come right here into Revolution. And, oh, come on. Once they load here, where is it? There it is. So what did I say? So 188 or so, 187 plus 266 would be somewhere in the ballpark of 450 Ethereum. Rough guess. So between the contracts, got about 450 Ethereum running around. So that's pretty nice. I think that's very interesting. But more importantly, there was a sell-off some point last night. Started last night, woke up this morning, and there was like 203 Ethereum in the contract. And I'm sure a lot of people were really panicked to see that. I held strong. It is what it is. With the gears rolling, I knew that would, if that was the floor, that we would only build up from there, and if we fell a little bit lower, we would hit the floor and build back up from there. So what I ended up doing is taking the dividends and buying more tokens with it. Which is nice. That'll pay out. So anyway, let's see here. Back into the main point of the video. What I started this thing to do. I just get excited about gears. I love it. I do have a way to get into Revolution for free. Right? So if you've heard about this thing, if you're not sure if this is, just another smart contract scam or whatever, and the fact that we got, dumped hard, we got hit pretty hard yesterday, but have already recovered, almost 100% recovered. And we are well on our way to 100% recovery and a new all-time high with these games being played. If you're wondering about it, if you would, thinking maybe you sold, maybe you panicked and you sold, and you don't necessarily want to buy less tokens, buy back in for less tokens than you previously had. Maybe you've heard about it and you're curious, but you don't want to get taken again. Well, I have a plan for you. Okay? How to get into this for free. As you know, been watching the video, we recently came out with two doublers. One is a 0.05 transaction limit. One is a 0.1 transaction limit. You can put in as many transactions at once as you want. So for example, if you have 1 Ethereum to spend, you can put it in the Gears of War and just do that transaction 20 times, and that'll equal your 1 Ethereum. You can put it into the Gears of Death, which is the one that just came out today. And you would do that 0.1 transaction 10 times. Either way, you can put as much Ethereum in these things as you want, just, certain number of transactions. But let's get into it. Let's say you have 1 Ethereum, and if you don't have 1 Ethereum to play with, scale it down. Right? Just bear with me for a minute. Okay? You're going to take that Ethereum and you're going to drop it into Gears. Whichever one you choose, it's up to you. Death would be cheaper on gas, but War tends to move faster. And you're going to wait a day or so. It may be shorter than that. I'm just going to say a day. That's the longest I've heard anybody waiting to get paid out. was a day. So I'm going to say a day. And either way, you're going to get 25% back. So that would be 1.25 Ethereum returned. I'm more than willing to make 25% a day to wait in line. That's fine. Because I can still go to work. I can still play with my kid. I can do whatever the hell I want while I'm waiting. You're going to get 1.25 back. Go ahead and drop that back in. And again, you're going to wait a day or so. Okay? And now you're looking at the clock and you're realizing it's, creeping up on that day mark and you're freaking out because, your Ethereum's sitting in this doubler, and you're wondering why the fuck you listen to some crazy dude on YouTube, right? And then it's going to come back. You don't have to withdraw it. It's just going to show up back in your wallet. Okay? Then you're going to wonder why you ever doubted me. Anyway, take half of your earnings, right? The profit. In this case, it would be 0.25. Buy some Rev1 tokens. Okay? Do this so that you'll get, even if you don't ever want to play again, just know people are playing and it's raising the floor. So those tokens, very, 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 very small chance that you're going to lose value. But in the meantime, they are going to get you some dividends out of all this volume that's happening, right? So go ahead and get yourself some tokens. Take that other half that you earned without touching your initial and send that shit to Coinbase. Or your shady Craigslist broker or the Bitcoin ATM or whatever, right? However it is that you convert your crypto into fiat, send it over. Put that in your bank account because then you're going to realize that you just got paid whatever that is. In this case, it would be somewhere around $125. You just got paid $125 to buy some Rev1, right? So you got $125 in your pocket and you got some Rev1 tokens that you didn't pay for. You still have that one Ethereum that you started with or your 0.5 or whatever it is, right? Does this make sense to you? Do you see the power in this? You don't have to just keep replaying it over and over and over again. I am, because what I am doing is I max the transactions every time. Okay, so I'll go ahead and write this out. So this is what I am doing right now. And I have a whole separate plan that I went into on my last video. This is what I'm doing in the meantime, right? There's more than one way to make money, right? Max the transaction. 0.0505 or 0.1. If you guys have seen me on the Discord channel, you know I don't type too good. And we can do that however many times, right? Times X, we'll say. We'll say Y, that's a little easier to read. Okay? So with my leftovers, right? It's going to leave, usually leaves me with, 0.03, or fucking whatever, 0.07 if I'm playing Death. With my leftovers, what I'll do is I'll take about 3/4 of that or so, and I'll move that into my separate wallet. It's not linked. It's not even a DApp wallet. So that way I can't put it back in, right? So I don't have that that temptation to put it back in, right? But every time I do this, it's whatever, $15, $20, $30, something like that. Every round that I play is, probably averages around $20 left over, that I send to my other wallet that's not DApp enabled, right? So that I'm paying myself to play this game. Doing this, I've put 0.26 in this wallet. And that's just, that's on top of everything that I'm making. It just adds up, and it adds up every time I play this game. And I play this game a lot. I love these games. Okay? And then you can do the dividend thing straight into your Coinbase. I mean, obviously, it'll have to filter through your MetaMask or your Trust wallet or whatever wallet you use. You know, it's up to you. My point is that you don't have to just keep playing this game and do the reinvest, replay every single time. You know, I am mainly doing that because what I'm building towards is I want to get 2 Ethereum per round, right? So every time I play Gears, it's 2 Ethereum. The reason why is that will return me 0.5 Ethereum in a day, you know, or maybe even a couple days if I'm playing Gears of Death, you know, or whatever that wait time turns out to be, you know. And so that way every day I can, you know, choose whether to buy more Rev tokens or I can just put it in my wallet. But while I'm building up to that, I'm going to go ahead and pay myself. So this way, it's just insurance, right? That's just what I do. Okay, not that I don't have faith in Revolution. I have a ton of faith in Revolution. You know, I don't know any other platform that can take a dump like that, you know, in the course of a couple of days lose a third of their Ethereum, and that's not like a contract killer. Like, they just come back. It's crazy. It is absolutely insane. And I've played a lot of these smart contract games. I like them. What can I say? Revolution is the best one I've been in. Absolutely love everything about it. Anyway, sorry, I could go off on tangent and talk about Gears, you know, all this stuff all day. I really wanted to get this strategy out here, you know, for anyone that was kind of curious about Revolution, like what's it all about, you know, you're a little hesitant. This is a way to play it for free. And I mean that. My goal is to be the last person in Gears, because these whale accounts that we're generating while we're playing generate dividends on the contract that will pay the line when people stop playing, right? So I understand that. I have complete and total faith in that. I'm more than willing to be that last guy in line that's waiting on dividends. That's fine, you know. I'm fine with that. So take it or leave it. I'm just saying, you know, if you're wondering which smart contract game to play, you know, maybe there's one coming out this weekend. I honestly couldn't even tell you. I haven't even looked at any new games since I've been in Revolution. But if there's one coming out in the next week or two that you've been thinking about trying, while you're waiting, you may as well play the Gears and get into this one for free. You know, or maybe you want nothing to do with Revolution. Maybe you just want to play Gears and multiply your Ethereum while you're waiting for this to get into this new smart contract that may or may not scam out on you. Who knows? Either way, I hope you got something out of this video. I'm having a ton of fun with this. We have a lot more stuff planned, but we kind of want to, you know, hit the pause button on new games coming out. You know, we don't want to overwhelm everybody. You know, so continue playing the current games. If you're not into games and you're just an OG Rev hodler, however you want to pronounce that, enjoy the dividends, my friend. You know, it's all gravy. If you haven't joined the Warpiginvestment's Telegram, please do. If you haven't joined the Revolution 1 Discord, it's a lot of fun in there. You know, I enjoy it. I actually got in trouble at work today because I was just kind of watching the Discord. My boss came around and gave me shit, and then I immediately showed him the website, and so he may or may not buy in. I hope he does. That's all I got for tonight, guys. I'll see you around. I do have some stuff to do, and it is getting late. And I've got work again tomorrow. Yay. So yeah, any questions, comments, complaints, you know where to reach me. You can leave a comment here. I'm on the Discord. I'm on the Telegram. You know, and I do respond to everybody as quickly as I can. So it may not be right away, but it will be as soon as I can. You know, sometimes I got my phone in my pocket for 2 hours. So if I haven't even pulled out the phone, I'm sorry. But I do try to respond to everybody. So keep playing, keep having fun, and keep making money. Jarhead out.